Marhaba ya jama'a. In this video, I would like to talk about the lovely letter ghayn, our uvular fricative, which is a kind of trill at the back of the throat. If you're familiar with French or German at all, it is the sound that we hear at the beginning of words like Rouen or Rhein. And the way we make that sound has some similarities to the way we pronounce the letter ha, which you may have encountered before. We're going to lift up the back of our tongue, touch it to our soft palate at the back of our mouth, and push some air through the spot where they meet so that there's a little bit of a flutter. And we should be able to do that with our mouth open. The one important difference between cha and rein is that with rein, we engage our vocal cords at the same time. We should be able to sing it, right? A has no tone. So if we attempted to sing something, it would just kind of come out as a staccato whisper. But with a rein, we can sing happy birthday. And if you're feeling a bit of a challenge making that sound, you can try approaching it from both of those different ends. You could either start with a voiceless sound and try to add voice, turn on your voice as it were, or you could start with an open vowel and then try to sustain it while you're pushing the back of your tongue and your soft palate together. This is a sound that tends to get some impressionistic similes from learners. I've had students call it the lawnmower sound, or the gargling sound, or the sound of a cat purring, or memorably, one student of mine was having trouble until one day he walked in and said, "Oh, it's the Chewbacca letter," after the character in Star Wars who tends to communicate verbally mostly with a ghayn sound, right? So if you, like most of my students, are a competent speaker of American English that doesn't tend to have any kind of trills like this, one thing that you should be aware of and watch out for is differentiating this back trill of the ghayn from the frontal trill of the letter r, which we have, right? Which is closer to the Spanish and Italian sound that gets written as an R. In Arabic, they are separate sounds with separate letters, but we do have both, and sometimes we have them in the same word. So it's in our interest, as we're learning these letters, to tune our ears so that we can perceive them very distinctly from each other. And the best way to do that, of course, is by engaging in consistent practice ourselves with our own instruments, so to speak.